Hello! Today we are going to be making, for Halloween, pumpkin Harry Potter cupcakes. So let's get baking. The first thing we're going to do is mix together our dry ingredients. In this bowl, I have 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. To that, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, not powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now you just want to whisk that together until they're fully combined. Now that we've set our dry ingredients off to the side, we're going to cream together 1 stick, 1/2 cup of unsalted butter with 1 cup of granulated sugar until light and fluffy. You could do it by hand or with a mixer. I like doing it by hand. Now that we've done our sugar and butter all together until it's light and fluffy, we are going to add in 1 egg. We're going to mix it up and then add the other egg and mix it up. Now we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and also mix that in. Now we're going to alternate our dry ingredients with 3/4 cup of pumpkin puree. Now, I've filled most of the cups up with batter, but I'm going to show you how to do it. I use a cookie scoop. It's like 1.5 tablespoons to 2 tablespoon cookie scoop. I usually use 2.5 scoops for these cupcakes. There's a little bit extra batter left, so you can toss that out or make mini cupcakes. So 2.5 scoops each. And these will make an even dozen, which is superb. And there you go. Now, we're going to bake these cupcakes at 350 for 18 to 23 minutes, or until a toothpick comes out the center clean. Mine take a little bit longer. It just depends on your oven. So, let's get these going. Okay, now we're at the best part of these cupcakes. It's the Harry Potter decorations. We're doing for them from the Sorcerer's Stone. So I've already made a sorting hat. And now I'm going to show you how to make one. So we're just going to take about a little bit smaller than a golf ball size of brown fondant. And then we're going to slowly shape the top into a cone to get the point on the hat that we need. Roll it in your fingers, squidge it, pinch it, whatever you have to do to get that perfect shape of his hat. Okay. Roll it, roll it, roll it. Now, we're going to get it a little bit thinner, and we're going to twist it slightly and let it droop. And then we're going to go down to the bottom, and we're going to slightly, just slightly go into it and start pinching at the bottom, at the base, a little brim for the hat. All the way around. You can get bigger and bigger as you go around. You have to push it down, do whatever you have to do to get that brim perfect. Okay? Now that brim looks very beautiful to me. So now what we're going to do is take our 2 fingers, our pointer and our thumb, and we're going to press like that. And then you keep reshaping it just to make sure that the eyes are perfect. See it like that? And then we're going to push it down because he always has a little bit of a on his face, a little scowl kind of thing going on. So, just do it like that. Okay. Now, we're going to move on to the mouth. All we're going to do is take a nice toothpick, and we're going to put it about almost right above the bottom, and make a little mouth. More like a big mouth. And then we're gonna push him down again just to make sure he's got enough sag on him. If you have to reshape the top, you have to reshape the top. This is what happens when you're working with fondant. You have to keep retrying. And there you go. Now that we finished the sorting hats, we put them over off to the side, and now we're getting started on our scarves. We're doing scarves for each house. We're doing Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and Slytherin. I'm going to be showing you how to do Gryffindor and Slytherin first. I'm just showing you the simple technique to make the scarves, and it's not very hard. What I did was roll out some green fondant, some red fondant, yellow, white. That's just for Gryffindor and Slytherin, remember that. Now, I rolled it out, I cut it square, and now I have to cut it into strips and cut it into cubes. See? And you do that to the whole thing. And then you line them all back up again, or on top of each other, whichever one you like. And then we're going to cut into about 1/4 inch squares. And put that off to the side. Now I'm going to show you how to assemble them. First thing we're going to do, we're going to start with Gryffindor. We're going to take a yellow, place it down. We're going to take a red and place it on top of that. And we're going to push right into the next. And then it'll become one piece. Because literally, this fondant is so sticky. And then you keep repeating it. The whole sequence over and over again. It does not all have to match up on the edges because we're going to cut it square to make sure it's perfect. Make it as long or as short as you want. But I always like how the ends are yellow. So we want to make sure the ends are yellow. It's a very simple technique that anybody can do. Trust me. And then yellow. Now you see how wiggly and ugly that looks? We're going to fix it right up. We're going to not cut all the yellow off, just going to cut off the ends just slightly to make them square. Discard that. We have to use a nice under to help you move it. And then we're going to cut straight down and make it as square as we can. Cut off any bits and pieces that might just be poking out there that you don't like. Now that we got a beautiful scarf there, we're going to make the little tassels on the ends. So we're going to take the tip of a knife and cut into it. You can make as many or as little as you like. I like a lot of frills on my scarves. And do that to the other side. And there you go, a Gryffindor scarf. Now we're going to work on our Slytherin. Same technique, different colors. Since we make 12 pumpkin cupcakes, we need 8 scarves, 2 of each. So what we're going to do now is take white, then green, then white, then green, then white, then green. Beautiful Slytherin, and we're going to do the exact same thing with the frills on the end. We're going to make them nice and frilly. Even evil people like frills on their scarves. And there you go. Slytherin and Gryffindor. Beautiful in harmony. I mean, what could be better than that? And then, when you guys are looking, I'm going to be finishing off Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff. Okay, I finished all of my decorations, and now it's time to frost the cupcake. I'm going to be frosting the cupcake with a vanilla buttercream. I just have it in a plastic pastry bag. You can use a Ziploc, whatever you have. And now we're just going to pipe a swirl on top of the cupcake. I'm going to start from the outside and work our way to the center. I love frosting, so I might put a little bit more than I should. There you go. Now, I decided to Slytherin first. So, you're just going to place it right on top. Our Halloween Harry Potter pumpkin cupcakes are finished now. We have Hufflepuff, which is yellow, black, starting and ending with yellow. Ravenclaw, white and blue, ending and starting with white. We have the cutest thing ever, the sorting hat. We have Slytherin, and my favorite, Gryffindor. I hope you enjoyed watching me make these fantastical cupcakes, and happy Halloween!